Hello, beautiful entrepreneur. It's Tash Corbin here, and welcome to day 11 of Tashmas. It's birthday eve, and this is episode number 143 of the Heart-Centered Business Podcast. So you can find all of the show notes for today's episode over at tashcorbin.com/143, including the link to my special bonus for today. What we're talking about today is how to turn the curious into clients through the power of a webinar. And you know I love webinars. Let's get into it. So before you start telling me that webinars are dead and no one will ever sign up for them and you've tried them once before and it didn't work for you, I want to tell you the 3 reasons why I think webinars are still one of the most powerful opt-ins or lead magnets you could possibly use in the online business world today. Number 1, in an age where everyone is moving towards disconnection, i.e. passive things, pre-recorded everything, making you jump through hundreds of hoops, toolkits, templates, freebies, things where you don't ever actually interact with the person who's providing the free thing. Webinars are so connected and they make you stand out from the crowd because you're there delivering them, you're answering people's questions, you are creating that amazing sense of connection. I think that webinars are still the most connected freebie that you could possibly give to your beautiful audience. Number 2, because of the high connection factor, webinars are also the highest converting freebie that you can offer. When you get 100 people onto a live webinar, you have a really significant chance of converting a high percentage of those people into paying clients. The percentages drop significantly with a challenge, with a freebie, with a template, with a toolkit, or with an ebook. So you are really increasing your chances of success by using webinars as part of your strategy. And the third reason I love them so much is you can be hyper flexible. So if you're not getting the signups for your webinar, you can play around with your copy and the way that you pitch that webinar topic. If you do get people signed up but they don't turn up live, you've got the recording there for you to use as an opt-in and go and test out what that messaging might be. You can also reschedule. You can run it again at a different time, so you can test out the different times of day that work best for your audience. As well as, if it doesn't convert people into paying clients, you can practice, refine, and grow every single time you deliver that webinar. So you can really start to get good at it. And it gives you that beautiful feedback and you can be flexible. So I love webinars to death. And I hope that that's given you a little seed of maybe you might try webinars as well. If you do use a webinar to bring people into your sales funnel or through a launch process or in an attempt to get some clients in the door, then I want to introduce to you my turn process. This is the process through which we turn the curious into paying clients. And it is an acronym, TURN, and there are 4 steps in this process. When you run a webinar, T is what people think their problem is and what they think the solution is. So, for example, you might know if you help people with marketing, you know what people need is to be consistent, to have a clear message, and to get support along the way. You know what they need to actually get the result that they're looking for. But everyone is out there looking for the magic 5 phrases that will convert anyone into a client, right? You know out there your ideal client thinks that their problem is something that it probably isn't, and they think that the solution that they're looking for is some form of silver bullet or some form of outcome. So your webinar title and your webinar promo needs to speak to people where they're at, and that's at the T of turn. So for example, I have an online program called Takeoff in which I help people create a consistent flow of clients in the door and systemize their marketing. But my ideal clients for the Takeoff program are not out there going, you know what, I just need to find a really great systemized way of marketing my products and services. That is not what they're looking for. They're out there looking for quick ways to get clients now. So I have a beautiful webinar called Get 10 Clients in Just 4 Weeks, and it really, really does bring in lots of people. So many people sign up for this webinar. So that's speaking to people where they're at. Right now, they're thinking, if I could just get 10 clients really quickly, everything would be okay. If I can just work out how to get people in the door, everything will be okay. And so my webinar title and copy speaks to that. T, what people think their problem is, what they think they need right now. Then is you, in turn, T-U-R-N. You is the body of your webinar. The body of your webinar needs to help people understand how to achieve the thing they think they need and help people understand that it actually goes deeper. So for my webinar, I do teach people a little process that they can do, a strategy that they can use to get 10 clients in 4 weeks. But I also help them understand that that's not going to solve the root cause of their issues. The issue that they really have is they need a systemized, scalable way of marketing. And so in the body of the webinar, I actually help people to do the thing and make a plan for the thing that they think that they need. But I also help them understand and plant the seed that it actually is deeper if they want to create sustainable success. R is the real needs. So what I need to do in my webinar is actually help people understand that what the real issue is something else. What they really need is A, B, and C. And this is the transition point of the webinar. So if you're going through this webinar process, there comes a point where you need to transition from teaching to making your sales pitch. And the transition is helped along by R, the real needs. So in my 10 clients in 4 weeks webinar, I will show people what the strategy is and how they can get 10 clients in 4 weeks. But I also have a transition point at which I say to people, so can you see that in order to really be able to secure the future of your business, you need a clear strategy moving forward, a scalable, systemized way of marketing, and someone to help you with decisions and doubts along the way. Because that's actually what people really need when they're in startup, those 3 core things. So that is my transition point where I get to the point where I'm demonstrating for people that what they really need is actually these 3 things. And then the N is next steps. So therefore, the next logical step is for people to join your program, sign up to work with you one-on-one, or do the next thing with you. So just to wrap that all up, in a webinar, we want to turn people from curious into clients. So we need to speak to them where they think they need, with what they think they need, and what they think their problem is. We then need to, in the body of the webinar, help people understand how to solve the T, solve what they think the problem is, but that it also runs a little deeper. We need to demonstrate what their real needs are and articulate that clearly. And we also need to tell them what the next logical steps are, and that is to work with you. So if you apply this beautiful turn process to your webinar, not only will people leave your webinars feeling like they have achieved so much and they've got so much value because you've actually solved the thing that they came for, they'll also be aware and educated about what they're really going to need moving forward, and that working with you may just be the next logical step for them. If you would like to learn more about this gorgeous webinars process and how to create winning webinars, my freebie for today is my winning webinars module out of the Heart-Centered Business Academy. This module is one of my most popular free trainings ever, and it's been updated with some awesome new strategies and detailed processes on how you can create and fill a webinar full of people that are dying to work with you. All you need to do is go to the show notes for today, tashcorbin.com/143, and sign up to join the Lady Posse Library. The winning webinars training is refreshed in there for you today. So go to tashcorbin.com/143 and all the information will be there for you. When you join the Lady Posse Library, I'll also send you a special little bonus into your inbox a couple of days after you join. That bonus is where I've helped my VIP client, Laurie Griggs, build her webinar for the launch of her Money Confidence Academy. And you get to see me turn this webinar into reality step by step with Laurie. I share my screen as we build the slides and we actually go through the process of that webinar build, all out in the open for you. That training is also available in the Lady Posse Library, so go to tashcorbin.com/143 to check it all out. So tomorrow is the last day of Tashmas and I'm really excited to share the next episode of the Heart Centre Business podcast with you. Until next time, I've been Tash Corbin. You've been a fabulous listener. Thank you for helping me to celebrate my birthday. And until next time, I cannot wait to see you shine. Bye for now.